This is one mistake that a lot of goalie coaches make that drives me crazy. Dr. Jamie here. You might be wondering, hey, this isn't your office. And you're right. It's not my office. I just got off 3 hours of private sessions. So we're doing today's video in the locker room. In my 3 skates today, we used white pucks. If you're wondering, yeah, I wear a nose strip. I don't breathe throughout my nose very well. So I wear these. It's magnetic. I haven't sold my soul to sell them on TikTok shop, although they are pretty good. If you are someone who has a deviated septum or struggles to breathe through your nose, these ones are actually pretty nice. And I wear them to sleep. And sometimes I wear them throughout the day just so I can actually breathe throughout my nostrils. I like using white pucks. However, it's really important that we're specific with when we use them. And this kind of goes for all things coaching related. One of the things that I don't like about goalie coaching is a lot of times we like to the collective goalie coaches, just throw things at the board and see what sticks. We've seen this before with Swivel Vision, with X Tracker, with white pucks, with colored pucks, kind of like every apparatus that comes out, the new shiny thing, oh, we need to do this. It's really important that we know why we're doing this. And again, this is what I call symptom versus root cause goaltending. This goes for whether we can use this way of coaching for both correcting mistakes, but also when we create drills. So what is the purpose of white pucks? Someone's going to be like, well, Jamie, you can use them because they're hard to see. So I want to challenge my goalies in their tracking. Yeah. Okay. But what if a goalie doesn't have problems tracking? Well, we can make it a little bit harder. That's a good reason to use white pucks. However, what if a goalie isn't really struggling with certain aspects of tracking, but they are struggling with other aspects of tracking? Because tracking isn't just seeing the puck, it's seeing the release, reading the release, projecting how high, what side, how far, multi-object things. Also, we have the release and we have the path of the puck. So there's all these different aspects. So what's the point of a white puck? Well, I like to use white pucks because it forces a goalie to have to read the release. Basically, when that puck is shot, it's almost impossible to see the path. Therefore, goalies that struggle reading release, we can get them to almost hyper-fixate on that puck and understand what is that blade doing and what is that little piece of information from when that puck leaves the blade. We know how high, what side, how fast that puck's going. I can make that save. We have to be specific in why we're doing things. Swivel vision is another great example. I made a video years ago that got a lot of heat where I talked saying that you're not ready for training aids. That was kind of a clickbait title, but the honest answer is you kind of aren't. And again, Swivel Vision is what it is, for those that don't know, are goggles that block off your peripheral vision that force you to have to be able to focus in on that puck. Now, majority of goalies that I train and I skate with, focusing in on the puck isn't the problem. It's seeing the surroundings and processing information and taking it all in and being able to adjust is the bigger problem. Because goalie training in the modern age is primarily we focus in on like these single shot things. Everything is controlled. You know where everything's going. So goalies get really good. Actually, for the most part, most goalies have pretty bad tunnel vision. So by putting Swivel Vision on, it forces them to actually have worse tunnel vision, which doesn't fix the root cause, which is their ability to process all the things that are going on in the game and be able to make that save. Now, if there is a goalie that struggles with maintaining focus, like they're getting distracted, you can use, there's different optometry tests you can use. There's things that are like glasses that are super expensive that can basically track your eye movement. So if like you're looking at that puck and the eye is actually not dialed in the puck and it's dialed in other things, then yeah, you can help kind of narrow that focus, but that's very far and few between. So we'll see guys use Swivel Vision and it doesn't actually do anything. In fact, a lot of times it makes things worse. Same with X Tracker, which is the cutting off the bottom. And I want to say something, there's disclaimer, this isn't a knock against the products themselves. They all serve a really good purpose. It's the application that I am critical of. And X Tracker covers here, so it forces the goalies to have to drop their chin. But remember, a lot of goalies, their problem with tracking is because they are dropping their chin. And it's hard to get good tracks when you drop here. Your eyes have to move up, and now they're not in line with the upward trajectory of the puck. So again, using X Tracker, you have to be super specific. Now, if a goalie is really struggling with in-tight things, getting shoulders over their hips, looking down the puck, then yeah, the X Tracker is a great way to kind of artificially force them to have to get over that puck. Now, again, but let's get specific applications are really what matters. I would like all goalies and goalie coaches and parents and everyone watching this, just make sure that you have a rhyme and reason for why you're doing things. Don't just do things because they're cool, because they're new, because they're flashy, because you've seen them on Instagram. You need to look at the goalie in front of you and what are they specifically struggling with? How can I address that? And do I need an apparatus or some sort of another tool like a white puck, colored puck, whatever, to be able to fix that underlying problem? That's how we need to approach goaltending. The symptom is the goalie is getting beat glove. Why are they getting beat glove? Is it because their glove is slow? Probably not. Is it because they're off angle? Maybe. Is it because they're poor at tracking? Maybe. Is the combination of all of them? Maybe. So then we treat the root cause that's leading to the symptom. In medical terms, you know, someone comes in and they have an infection and they're puking and all these things. Yeah, I can give them an anti-nausea to stop the puking for the time, but it doesn't cure the underlying bacterial infection or whatever it might be. Hopefully that makes sense, but I get frustrated when I see people use apparatuses and stuff with no rhyme or reason because we're just kind of wasting our time. Sometimes we're taking steps back because we're trying to solve problems that don't really exist. And usually when you do that, you create other problems down the line. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Take a look at whatever one YouTube recommends up here. The algorithm is really good. If it's suggesting this video, it's probably a good video.